China, a land of ancient wonders and deep mysteries, hides chilling secrets behind its rich history. From haunted palaces to ghostly cities, these are places where the past refuses to stay buried. Dare to journey into the shadows as we uncover the top 15 most haunted places in China. Are you brave enough to watch till the end? One, Forbidden City, Beijing. Beneath the grandeur and golden rooftops of the Forbidden City lies a chilling truth. This imperial palace, home to emperors for centuries, is not just a symbol of power and glory. It is a place where whispers of the past echo through shadowy halls. Guards on duty have reported hearing the faint sound of footsteps when no one is there, or catching glimpses of figures dressed in Qing dynasty robes, only to vanish into thin air. But the most infamous tale is that of the Weeping Woman. Visitors and staff alike have recounted seeing a pale woman in white, gliding silently through the courtyards at dusk. Her face is streaked with tears, and legend says she is the restless spirit of a concubine, executed for betrayal. Some say her cries can still be heard on quiet nights, carried by the wind across the stone pavements. For all its beauty, the Forbidden City holds secrets it cannot bury. It is a place where history lives, and so do its ghosts. Second, Huguang Guild Hall, Chongqing. Tucked away in the bustling streets of Chongqing, the Huguang Guild Hall stands as a relic of the past. But its history is far from peaceful. Once a gathering place for merchants and travelers, it is said to be haunted by those who never made it out. Late at night, echoes of old performances can be heard in the deserted theater, though no actors remain. The eeriest stories come from the temple within the hall. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures kneeling before the altars, murmuring prayers in a language long forgotten. Others report cold, unexplainable drafts sweeping through the corridors, even on the hottest summer days. Visitors who linger too long often feel as though unseen eyes are watching their every move. This centuries-old site holds more than just cultural history. It is a resting place for spirits who refuse to leave. 3. Kaone No. 81 Mansion, Beijing. Dubbed the Haunted House of Beijing, Kaone No. 81 is shrouded in mystery and dread. Abandoned and decaying, the mansion stands like a specter in the heart of the city. Legend has it that a woman, abandoned by her lover, hanged herself in despair in the upper room. Her ghost is said to still roam the halls, weeping softly and appearing to unwelcome visitors. Passers-by have reported seeing flickering lights through the shattered windows, even though there is no electricity. Some claim to hear inexplicable whispers or feel a suffocating sense of dread near the house. The bravest of explorers often leave in a panic, swearing they heard footsteps chasing them out. Kaone No. 81 is not just abandoned, it is alive with the presence of the past, and its secrets remain locked within its crumbling walls. 4. Heilongtan, Black Dragon Pool, Kunming. At first glance, Heilongtan is a tranquil pool surrounded by lush greenery and serene pagodas. But beneath its calm surface lies a darker story. Local legends speak of a dragon spirit that resides in the waters, guarding ancient secrets and punishing those who dare to disturb its peace. Fishermen have often reported seeing ripples form in the still waters, followed by a shadowy figure moving beneath the surface, only to disappear without a trace. At night, the area takes on an ominous tone. Strange cries, like that of a beast, echo across the pool, and some say they've seen glowing red eyes staring back from the depths. Heilongtan is not just a natural wonder. It is a place where the line between the living and the supernatural blurs. 5. Hangzhou's West Lake. Beautiful by day, but unnervingly mysterious by night, West Lake in Hangzhou is steeped in ghostly folklore. The most famous tale is that of Lady Whitesnake, a spirit who fell in love with a mortal. Although the story is one of romance, her spirit is said to still wander the misty lake, mourning her lost love. Visitors have reported seeing a pale, ethereal figure drifting across the water, or hearing faint, mournful singing that grows louder as the mist thickens. Some say the lanterns on the lake flicker on their own, as though moved by invisible hands. West Lake is a place of beauty, but its haunting legends linger, like the mist that never fully lifts. 6th, Qianling Mausoleum, Shanxi. High in the mountains of Shanxi lies the Qianling Mausoleum, the final resting place of Emperor Gaozong and Empress Wu Zetian. This ancient tomb, sealed for over 1,000 years, is said to be cursed. Guards stationed near the site have spoken of hearing faint chanting coming from within, as though the emperors themselves were calling out. Some visitors claim to have seen ghostly figures in royal robes standing atop the mausoleum, gazing down at the living with unblinking eyes. Others report feeling a crushing weight, as though the spirits of the dead were pressing against them, warning them to stay away. Qianling is not just a tomb. It is a kingdom of restless souls, trapped in eternity. 7. Hong Kong's High Street Ghost House. Once a mental asylum, the High Street Ghost House in Hong Kong is a place that reeks of despair and sorrow. During its years of operation, countless patients died within its walls, and some say their spirits have never left. Visitors have reported hearing blood-curdling screams at night or seeing shadowy figures pacing the corridors. The air inside is heavy, and many describe an overwhelming sense of grief upon entering. Some claim to feel invisible hands brushing against them or hear faint whispers in their ears warning them to leave. This is not just an abandoned building. It is a place where the pain of the past lingers, refusing to fade. 8. Shanghai's Peace Hotel. Beneath the glittering facade of Shanghai's Peace Hotel lies a darker tale. Built in the 1920s, this luxury landmark has a reputation for ghostly encounters. Guests have reported seeing the figure of a woman in a red dress wandering the halls late at night. She never speaks but stares blankly before disappearing into the walls. In the grand ballroom, echoes of old jazz music can sometimes be heard, even when the room is empty. Staff have also recounted eerie occurrences, lights turning on and off, objects moving on their own, and cold spots appearing without explanation. For all its elegance, the Peace Hotel harbors secrets that refuse to rest. 9. Nanjing Massacre Memorial. The Nanjing Massacre Memorial is not just a monument, it is a haunting reminder of unimaginable tragedy. Over 300,000 souls perished during the atrocity, and many believe their spirits remain. Visitors have reported feeling a chilling cold as they walk through the site, even on warm days. Some have seen shadowy figures lingering near the statues, or heard faint sobbing and whispers in the air. The atmosphere is heavy with sorrow, and many describe an overwhelming sense of grief and anger. This is not merely a place of remembrance, it is a testament to the enduring pain of the past. 10th, Liaohe Bridge, Liaoning. Spanning the Liao River, this bridge is a site of tragedy. During its construction, many workers lost their lives in accidents, and locals say their spirits haunt the bridge to this day. Drivers have reported seeing ghostly figures standing on the edge, only to vanish when approached. Some have even claimed to hear faint cries for help coming from beneath the bridge, despite no one being there. The atmosphere is oppressive, and those who pass through often describe a sense of unease that lingers long after they've crossed. Liaohe Bridge is more than a structure. It is a passageway between the living and the dead. 11th, Dongyue Temple, Beijing. Dongyue Temple, a Taoist shrine dedicated to the afterlife, is one of Beijing's eeriest locations. Built over 700 years ago, the temple is home to nearly 3,000 statues depicting the tortures and trials of the underworld. But the haunting doesn't stop at the statues. Visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices chanting prayers late at night, even when the temple is closed. Some say they've seen shadowy figures moving between the halls, or felt icy hands brush against them as they explore the darker corners. The oppressive energy within the temple leaves many feeling drained, as though a piece of their soul is being pulled into the underworld itself. Dongyue Temple is more than a religious site. It's a portal to the unknown. 12th, Fengdu Ghost City, Chongqing. Perched on the banks of the Yangtze River, Fengdu Ghost City is a maze of temples and statues dedicated to the afterlife. Known as the City of Ghosts, it is believed to be where spirits cross into the next world. As you walk through its gates, the air grows heavy with an unshakable feeling of being watched. The most infamous part is the Naihei Bridge, where travelers must prove their virtue to avoid being judged by the underworld's king of hell. Some claim to have seen spectral figures crossing the bridge at night, only to disappear into the mist. Others speak of hearing faint wails rising from the stone carvings of tormented souls. Fengdu Ghost City isn't just a destination. It's a place where life and death intertwine. 13. The Grand Buddha of Leshan. Towering over the confluence of three rivers, the Grand Buddha of Leshan is a symbol of peace, but its shadow holds darker tales. Carved into the mountainside over 1,300 years ago, the construction claimed many lives. Locals believe the spirits of these workers still linger, their souls bound to the statue. Visitors have reported seeing faint, ghostly figures scaling the cliffs at night, or hearing whispers echoing from the Buddha's massive ears. During heavy storms, some claim to see faces in the raging waters below, screaming as if still trapped in their watery graves. This monumental statue may stand as a guardian, but it cannot silence the restless spirits of its past. 14. The Great Wall of China. Stretching across deserts and mountains, the Great Wall is a marvel of human engineering, but its history is steeped in blood. Countless workers perished during its construction, their bodies said to have been buried within the wall itself. Their spirits, locals say, still wander the ancient stones. Hikers exploring remote sections of the wall have reported hearing phantom footsteps trailing behind them, or catching glimpses of shadowy figures in the fog. Some even claim to feel an invisible force pushing them as if warning them away. The most chilling stories come from those who've stayed overnight, only to be awakened by faint cries carried on the wind. The Great Wall is not just a monument to history, it is a graveyard of forgotten souls. 15th, Yueyang Tower, Hunan. Overlooking the misty waters of Dongting Lake, Yueyang Tower is a historic site with a haunted reputation. Built during the Three Kingdoms period, it has witnessed centuries of war, betrayal, and loss. On foggy nights, locals report seeing ghostly figures standing atop the tower, staring silently across the lake. Some say the spirits of drowned sailors haunt the area, their mournful cries echoing across the water. Others have seen flickering lights in the tower's upper levels, as if candles were being lit by invisible hands. The air around the tower feels thick, as if the weight of its history presses down on all who visit. Yueyang Tower is more than a scenic landmark. It is a place where the past refuses to be forgotten. These haunted sites are more than just stories. They are echoes of history whispered through the veil of time. Which of these places sent shivers down your spine? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we explore more eerie tales from around the world. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe keep a light on.